Now, I know that this isn't really your forte, the paranormal or the Fortean, so I can ask you if you've heard any details about the Bell Witch Cave in Adams, Tennessee.
No.
Okay.
It's not a cave.
So, do you have any initial feelings?
Say the name of it again.
Bell Witch Cave.
Well, it doesn't sound particularly sinister, but with the general theme, I'm going to go with it is going to be at least mildly paranormal.
Usually. Yeah. So there was this guy. His name was John Bell. He settled in Tennessee with his family in 1804. So pretty early. They had a gigantic property with a farm and a cave and everything. Hence the name.
Bell Witch Cave.
Yep. And for some reason, in 1817, weird occurrences began. I don't know why.
When do they ever not begin?
True. I don't know
when
why.
do they ever not occur?
Yeah. I don't know why specifically 1817. I don't know if something weird happened. Well, the family saw weird animal-like creatures heard knocking on doors, choking sounds, and chains dragging on the ground.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
That is kind of weird. And the family just dealt with this. They didn't tell anyone. They just kind of went on with their lives for an entire year.
I'm just going to ignore these sounds.
Yes.
These weird, ominous sounds.
Yeah.
That sounds stupid.
It does.
That's like every horror movie. I don't know about every horror movie ever, but that seems like a stupid person in a horror movie activity.
Yep. The Bell family was extremely religious, so it took a lot for them to tell anyone.
Right.
So eventually they told their neighbors, which meant that the entire town knew. Which then meant that tourists were coming from miles and miles away to come and see this cave and the demon that supposedly inhabited it.
Okay.
It was so famous that Andrew Jackson, the former president, even came to see the attraction, but got too scared and left.
Was he?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess haunted tourism has always been popular.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. The entity that haunted the property started speaking to the family shortly after the people started coming to see it.
Ooga booga.
Ooga booga.
Ooga booga.
Ooga booga.
Ooga booga.
Ooga booga. And it named itself Kate Batts. I think I'm pronouncing the last name right. I'm not exactly sure. It's Batts.
Yeah,
So I'm going Batts.
Kate Batts?
Kate Batts.
With a K-A-T-E?
Yes. Yep. And Kate had two missions with the Bell family. The first was apparently to kill John Bell. No one's really sure why specifically him, other than the head of the household thing.
Alright.
The second was to keep one of the daughters from marrying a local boy.
That doesn't sound very paranormal. That sounds like a pissed off mom.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, ooh, I don't want this marriage to occur between my child and the Bell child. So I'm going to pretend to be a demon and haunt them.
Yeah, pretty much. This daughter got the most abuse from the ghost. She was pinched, poked, beaten, everything you can think of. The ghost hated her.
How does a ghost... Aren't ghosts supposed to be, like, able to walk through walls and shit?
It
like,
depends on the ghost.
Not... Well, obviously there's poltergeists.
Yeah.
But I thought those are the only ghosts that I know of that can, like, touch things.
I think it depends on the ghost. It kind of depends on the person, too. Yeah. And John, the father, started getting sick, like, really sick. He started, like, throat swelling and, like, scary face contortions, seizures, the whole bit.
Okay.
And Kate ended up completing both of her missions.
Killing the father and preventing the marriage.
Yep. John Bell died in 1820, and the daughter did not marry the neighbor boy. After this, the situation kind of calmed down. Kate returned every few years to communicate with the family, and the tale is deeply woven in Southern culture today. There's also a story that stood out to me wherein Kate is the hero.
Okay.
So there was this boy who fell into the cave, and an apparition of a young lady pulled him out and saved him, and everyone says it's Kate.
Correction. It's not a pissed off mother, it's a pissed off older sister.
Oh yeah, yep. That was pretty much it. Wait, I forgot the whole bit. The whole point of the series. On a scale of 1 to 10, how wacky was that story?
I mean, not really. Like, 2?
A 2? Do you believe the story?
No, it's not a ghost.
How do you
It's a
know
pissed off
not a
older...
ghost?
Because there's a sensible explanation. It's just a pissed off older sister.
But wouldn't they know that they have an older sister that's pissed off? Why would they just say, oh, it's a demon?
Well, if she's, like, dressed funny, like painting her face white, and...
Did they just forget that they have a whole other sibling?
No, it wouldn't be the Belle... It wouldn't be the older sister of the
Oh.
Belle. It would be the older
No.
sister of the non-Belle child who would be in the marriage. The one the Belle daughter was supposed to marry.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're trying to arrange a marriage with my brother? Fuck you. Your dad. I'm going to psychologically torture you.
Seems like a sound way of dealing with things.
Yeah, pretty normal.
Especially at Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yeah, it was in Tennessee.
Oh, it was in Tennessee. Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was, okay.
Yeah, that was it. It's going to be shorter than I thought it would be.